Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Dylan Nasso. You're watching the Dylan Nasso Show. Today, we're going to be talking about the Iran war again. Fun, right? Exciting. No news. No news at all. So, this is what we're talking about. Iran war. Are you guys excited? I'm not. So, you're always going to hear me complain about talking about the Iran war because I just want it to end. It's just not. Because there's no news. Like, it's either you talk about, AI, which I really don't want to talk about. Like, AI data centers, like, sure, whatever. But, like, I'm not going to talk about AI. We also could talk about, like, the vaccine things. We might talk about that. I don't know. Before we get into the video, please like, comment, share, help the channel out. I'm trying to make my name here. So please like, comment, share, do whatever you want. I can't force you, but please, yeah. Before we get to the show, I have to talk about this. I posted one video about how a Christian cannot support socialism, and because of one of the reasons is that like socialists have pretty much persecuted Christians all of their history. There's never been a real Christian socialist country. I can't think of one. Cuba is majority Catholic, and look what they did. Look what Castro did to the Christians. And so, in Marx too. If you read Marx, right? Marx is anti-Christian. He's anti-religious. He thinks religion is horrible. He wants an atheist country. I don't know if he believes in a country. It's technically anarchism, but besides the point. It's crazy to me how like these TikTok commies exist. I gotta show you a comment, right? And this just shows the knowledge of what people think socialism is, right? This is what people think socialism is. This is not socialism. Let's read it. Your access to clean water, healthcare, your social media, your rights to keep your job and get benefits, your right to live in America, your ability to get basic benefits from the government is all socialism, buddy. It's driven by capitalist forces, but work through socialism, dumbass. Are you an idiot? Are you an idiot? How stupid are you, dude? Like, no marks read. No marks, right? Below 50 IQ, okay? This is the people who are socialists. This is what we're worried about. Oh my gosh, that guy can vote. This is why democracy sucks. Because that guy can vote. He can't even tell you what socialism is. No, socialism is not when you get basic needs and the right to live in America. First of all, living in America is not a right. I think a lot of the left is thinking that. You don't have the right to live in America. It's a privilege, okay? There's no right to live in America. Anyways, that's another thing I just realized that. You don't have the right. No one has the right to live in a specific country. Like, it's just, like, I don't have the right to live in Somalia. Like, they don't have the right to live here. Anyways, stupid, dumb, awful. Get the hell out of here. Socialism sucks, objectively. Anyways, yeah, that was rough. These comments suck. And think about TikTok. I think adding stickers is the worst thing TikTok ever did. I can go on for hours about that. Like, you make a good syllogism, right, on why abortion is murder. Right? A good syllogism or the moral argument for God. And I promise you, a TikTok atheist, you know what you'll do? You'll do that little thing. Everyone's seen it, where he puts the little square box, and it can't be all powerful, can't be all good, or exist. I think it exists. The last one, and that'll be their argument against you. I'm like, dude, that is an argument, you fucking idiot. Like, that's not a fucking argument, you dumbass. Or we look at like, those put a sticker of like, I love the bourgeoisie. Like, fucking idiot, dude. Or you support MAGA. Like, dude, and then like I remember one time. I'm gonna wrap this up. I know you know you guys want to hear about the Iran war, but one time I posted a video about why we should restrict legal immigration. I think it was the video before that. You know why I said? I said that I don't like Trump. Trump's a bad president. Some teenage girl. It's always the teenage girls. It's never like anybody. It's always the teenage girls. Like, this guy's MAGA. And I'm like, if you look at my other video, first, I have Nick as my profile picture. Okay. How like MAGA can I be? Okay. First of all, because they get their news from Now This Impact, I think it was, which is another like Jewish source, dude. It's like awful. I don't know if it's Jewish. It's just awful, right? They're the most mainstream establishment, like Democrat source ever, and pretty much they call Nick MAGA. And I'm like, Nick hasn't been MAGA since like 2022. Like, yeah, sure, he's put on the hat. He hasn't been MAGA. He didn't vote for Trump. Such an idiot, dude. Like, so stupid. These people, like, these people can't exist, right? Like, are we sure these people exist? Anyways, that was rough. That was rough. So we're gonna be talking about the Iran war. Let's get into it now. So Trump came out. The New York Times said that Trump wants to low key the Iran and the Middle East, and he also wants reparations. We're never gonna end this war. This war is never gonna end. I'm believing from now on, the war in Iran will never end because now he wants reparations. You think you're getting reparations, you idiot? You think Iran will give you reparations? You don't believe me? Look at the New York Post and the New York Times. Look at Axios. Look at any news source. There's Trump wants reparations. I know. I couldn't believe him when I was reading it. He wants reparations. You really think Iran's gonna give you reparations? They want reparations. They, in the first MOU, wanted reparations, and then for a peace deal, they've been saying that they want reparations. What are you doing, Trump? Like, are you dumb? I've cursed more than this. I'm just not in a great mood. But Trump is not using his right brain right now. Not. He just isn't. So that makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. Let's also look at like him saying he wants to move out of the Middle East. Now, there's a way to interpret this. How I interpreted this was that Trump regrets going to the Middle East. He does. He is evident that he regrets it. The reason why is because knowing Trump, right, and how he, in his first term, rejected Israel's proposal to go into Iran. First term. Second term, I think what really happened and what really caused him were either two things. There's two things. Either something in the Epstein files or something that they had, like, dirty on him, or they had something else on him, which is like he just what he did with Venezuela was amazing. I think he felt like he was a little too cocky. He got a little too cocky, and he's like, my military power, we could do the same thing. We're to rip him out. I'm like, obviously you couldn't do it. All of his generals said not to do this, right? Yeah, but Trump does it. Yeah, it's like, dude, what are you doing? So yeah, you have that. And so I think he's regretting going to the Middle East. I think he does, because I think he realized that ruined his whole shtick of, like, first, no new wars. That's going to be held against him. The Democrats, if the Democrats blow midterms, the Democrats don't deserve a party anymore, okay? They don't. You don't deserve a party anymore if you lose this midterms, okay? If you don't get either the House or the Senate, you don't deserve to even have elections. Your party should just be eliminated and give it to a third party. If you guys lose, okay? This is the most free ball I've ever seen in my life. Best layup, like, ever. Like Trump just threw it for you. Like, you have so many things you can go at him for. You can go at him for the like what happened to peace? Like, what happened to not going to war with Iran? The economy, the gas prices. You have the Epstein files screw up, the scandal. You have, ICE. I mean, they can use that. They're gonna use that. You got the tariff failure, right? How the tariffs completely failed. Like, there's so much things they can go at here, right? The AI photo of Jesus, the Twitter post, Rob Reiner, like that in there. Like, I can count like 10 things that the Democrats can use to win midterms. So if they lose, I don't know. And so, like, Trump knows he's done. I think he knows he's gonna lose. I think the party knows they're gonna lose because reality is you went to war with Iran and now you just can't get out of it. He's been trying to get out of it, right? You can tell he's been trying to get out of it for like months. I think ever since April, with these like, we're gonna bomb you like never seen before, and then they doesn't do it. So he's been trying to get out of the war for a good while now. And so I think that's what I think he's realizing that he made a mistake. Midterms is literally in 2 months. August, November. Am I idiot? August, September, October. If you want to count August, like 2.5 months, right? 2.5 months left until midterms. You really haven't done anything. Inflation's still high. Gas prices are still high. You haven't made any progress in any social issues. Like, you haven't defunded Planned Parenthood. You haven't came out abortion, right? You haven't deported anybody. You've deported in fiscal year 2026 right now. You've deported 356,000 people, which is nothing. In a total, 598,000 people, right? And that's counting since January of 2025. That will probably leave you around 300,000 deportations a year, right? You failed on deportations. You're still letting H-1Bs into the country, right? You have massive amounts of H-1Bs, right? You gave a massive tax cut to the corporations, but also cutting Medicare and Medicaid. You just wiped those out. So he did all of that. Complete failure, right? And you have 2 months to try to figure this out. Trump can't do it. He knows he can't. So I've brought this up many times in my show. If you guys watch every single Iran episode, there's 2 things I say. Either he goes in for it, the ground forces, and tries to regime change, which will take probably a year and hundreds of thousands of American deaths. Just let you know. That is just not Trump. I don't think Trump will do that. I don't think he's that stupid to actually put ground forces. But his back might be against the wall. 2, he gives sanction reliefs and money to to Iran to get out of this war. That means America loses. America lost the war. And maybe he gets a nuclear deal. That's it. But here's the thing. There is a lack of evidence for Iran making, like, they were maybe sure they were probably making it, but there's a lack of evidence that they're actually like enriching uranium again. Like, I was looking at it, and you just see my TikTok video yesterday. There's a lack of evidence, and there's a lack of like the thing is with Operation Midnight Hammer, you took out their nuclear facilities, right? You took out the nuclear facilities. So why is it true that we have there are enriching uranium? Like, I just couldn't find any evidence for this. All right. So you'll have to give sanction relief, and also just it'll just be a different thing of the JCPOA, right? It's just to be a different version of JCPOA, which Trump left because he said it was awful, right? So you have that, and try to think of anything else. Then he just stays in this predicament until midterms, which is the most likely thing. Okay, that is the most likely thing. If you're expecting anything different, don't. Okay. The most likely thing you're going to see here is that we stay in this predicament until midterms. Or he does give sanction relief and then immediately goes right back at them, like right after midterms, which he won't win midterms. And so the Democrats can block everything, right? War powers resolution, all that other stuff, right? It will be hectic. He will be impeached, right? He will be something, dude. Like, he's gonna be everything. He's gonna come after him. They're gonna come after him, right? So, yeah, like, I don't know how he's gonna do this, right? I don't know what the Trump administration has here to get themselves out of this horrible position right now. I mean, awful position Trump could be in right now. I am happy I'm not Trump to deal with that. Okay. So Yeah, I mean, that's the only interesting thing, which is like, yeah, Trump, he realizes that he made a mistake. I think he realized in April that he made a mistake. And then he came out and said, like, yo, everyone's saying I'm the best president. I'm the best president. And many people are saying it. Who's saying that? Like, genuinely, who is saying that? I have never met anybody who said Trump is the greatest president of all time. Does he think that? Does he think he's better than George Washington and Abe Lincoln and Theodore Roosevelt? And do you think he's better than Dwight D. Eisenhower, who's just a better version of Trump, who actually did mass deportations, right? Who was on top of Israel for their nuclear facilities? Or you think you're better than JFK? Like, you think you're better than, I mean, I don't like Reagan, but you think you're not better than Reagan. He might be better. I think his first term was better than Reagan's, but I think his second term is worse. So I think he'll be equal to Reagan. But I think Trump's first term, this just shows how low the bar is. Trump's first term is better than everyone's terms since JFK. That's a fact. Better than both Reagan's, better than Bill's, better than both of Obama's, better than both of W. Bush's, better than Bush Sr., better than Carter and Nixon, better than LBJ, not better than JFK. So, what we got here? It's not good. That's how low the bar is. Ever since JFK died, we just had an awful, awful, awful presidents. We haven't had a good president since JFK. Sure, presidents have done good things. Like, I could commend Reagan for things like coming out of abortion facilities. I can go at Trump for repealing Roe v. Wade, right? I can, and appointing the Supreme Justices. I can go at, like, there's many great things many presidents have done. Just overall, they all suck, right? I don't know why people vote for these guys. These guys are all awful, right? And it's like and then we also had a good presidency before that. JFK was a good president. Dwight D. Eisenhower was a good president. Truman was a good president, right? FDR wasn't so good. Herbert Hoover, he just kind of inherited what the Great Depression, right? Then you had Calvin Coolidge, who was a pretty good president, right? Harding was a good president, and Woodrow Wilson was not a good president. He was awful, right? Taft was a good president. Roosevelt was a really good president, right? And you keep going back. McKinley was a good president. So all these guys are good presidents, and you had like two bad presidents. And realistically, in the 19th century, before LBJ, they were all good presidents. And then after that, it was awful. And before that, there was only two bad presidents. Maybe Truman. Truman was good, though. I think Truman was very good. So maybe two bad presidents, like FDR and Woodrow Wilson. I guess Harding might not be horrible. He was not. I mean, he wasn't awful. Coolidge was good, right? Like, Coolidge was good. Oh, I mean, Roosevelt was amazing. I mean, people were like, he's a racist. Okay, dude, look at his economic policy. I mean, without Theodore Roosevelt, I mean, the billionaires would have just completely taken over all of the market, and they would have taken over America. If it wasn't for Roosevelt, America wouldn't be America. America would just be an oligarchy, which it is now, but for like a while, it wasn't. I mean, the way Roosevelt used tariffs, I mean, if you just listen to how you got that great deal with Cuba because he made like tariffs, like the same thing Trump was doing with the tariffs in his first year and his first term. Right? He used tariffs to make deals, right? You also have him doing the meat inspections. I mean, that was amazing, right? Like, Theodore Roosevelt was a great president, a great populist president, right? So there's no reason to be against him. Sure, he was a racist, but that was just at the time. I don't even know about the whole racist things. I don't know, right? But you gotta look and just look past, like, they're liberals at this time. And I know it's becoming more of a rant than Iran, but like the liberals now, they're like, well, he was a racist. He was a racist. Like, dude, he was a good president still. Like, he was still a good president. Abraham Lincoln was a really good president. Most people have him in his top 5. He was a racist, right? Abraham Lincoln was more racist than Donald Trump, by far. Not even close. But most black people put Abraham Lincoln number 2 or number 1. Like, he put people in jail for going against him. I'm not even disagreeing with that because at the time during war, I could understand why Lincoln did that. But like, that doesn't mean like he was an awful president because of one bad thing. Like, that's his problem. One bad thing. Also, he's a bad president. We're against Theodore Roosevelt. Take down his statues. Like, please stop. Please. Anyways. But I never hear him come out. They only come out Republican president. They won't come after Woodrow Wilson, who was the worst president in American history besides like LBJ. So yeah. Anyways, I ranted, boring, did not want to talk about Iran. Talked about Iran for like 10 minutes. Most of the show was talking about other things in Iran. Anyways, hopefully we get good news. And hopefully we get good news. But anyways, you'll see a video come out today. I'm probably going to make a video about mass immigration because I've just been so obsessed with the topic. But anyways, thank you and God bless you all.